This is After the Fire, a series about history after the events. Each season follows the long relationship between two worlds. Some histories do not end. They stop announcing themselves. They withdraw from monuments and chronicles and continue quietly, shaping habits, assumptions, and expectations long after their origins are forgotten. Between Iran and India, the most durable legacy is not conquest or collapse, but continuity. A relationship that casts a shadow long enough to reach into the modern world. If this speaks to you, stay with us. Like, subscribe, and tell us what you think. Chapter 1. Languages that remember. One of the longest shadows falls through language. For centuries, Persian functioned as a language of power, culture, and memory across large parts of South Asia. It shaped administration, poetry, court etiquette, and historical writing. Even when political control shifted, Persian remained a vehicle for legitimacy. In India, this created a cultural layer that outlasted the empires that carried it. Words, metaphors, and styles of thought entered local traditions and stayed there. Languages like Urdu emerged not from rupture, but from proximity, shaped by Persian, Arabic, and Indic worlds meeting over generations. Iran too absorbed change. Its Persianate culture became portable. It learned to exist beyond territorial control, carried by scholars, poets, administrators, and migrants. This linguistic continuity is not nostalgic. It is practical. It shapes how history is told, how authority is imagined, and how the past is accessed even today. Languages remember long after borders forget. Chapter 2. Political habits that outlive empires. Another shadow falls through political culture. The relationship between Iran and India produced habits of governance based on negotiation, mediation, and layered authority. Rulers learned to govern diversity without insisting on uniformity. Courts learned to rule through recognition rather than constant force. These habits did not disappear with empire. They resurfaced in later states, in administrative practices, and even in resistance to centralized power. The expectation that authority must be flexible, that legitimacy can be shared, that distance weakens control. All of these assumptions have deep roots. When modern states attempted to impose rigid borders and centralized systems, they often collided with older political instincts. The friction we see in the modern period is not new. It is the long shadow of worlds that once functioned differently. Chapter 3. Memory without a single story. Perhaps the longest shadow is the absence of a single narrative. There is no one story of Iran and India, no founding war, no decisive break, no moment where one replaces the other. Instead, there is overlap, distance, recognition, and repetition. This makes the relationship harder to summarize and easier to misread. Modern history often seeks clear origins and clean endings. The Iran-India story resists that desire. It reminds us that influence does not require domination and connection does not require unity. Much of what shaped these worlds happened without declaration. It lived in practice rather than proclamation. After the fire of empire, what remains is not ruins alone. It is habit, language, assumption, memory. Between Iran and India, history did not end when empires fell. It stretched forward quietly, shaping the present without demanding attention. That is what a long shadow does. It reminds us that the past is never fully behind us, only less visible. Stay with us, like, subscribe, and tell us what you think.